Hi everyone. Today we're going to have a little bit of a different video because I got involved in a collab and we've been teamed up and we're supposed to case this other person. This other person's name is Kerry Parker. She can find her on Instagram under Kerry Parker Designs, and let's fix that up. K Parker Designs, and I will put a link below to her Instagram. She's going to case one of mine. I'm going to case one of her cards. Heaven help both of us because we are completely different. Kerry is very vintage, very mixed media, very not me at all. So this will be fun. This will be interesting. This will test both of us out, I think, but this should be a lot of fun. Okay, so I'm going to put up a photo of the card that I'm going to case. Now, I did try and find a card that was a little bit more me. I'm not going to tell a lie, but you'll see it's something that I totally haven't done, and we're going to use this, which you probably figured out what it's all about, and I've never done this technique, so who knows. We're going to use some Stormy Sky. We're going to use Mermaid Lagoon and Chipped Sapphire. Now her card looks like it is maybe paint, maybe out of a gel press or something like that, because I think I'm 99% sure that it is using bubble wrap, but she's got colours in between other colours, and so we're going to try this. We're going to try like an ombre sort of thing. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll see. Okay, so we're going to use this stamp set by Paper Rose, Mermaid Magic, and it has the dies as well. So in her card she's used a cute little octopus. I did at one point have an octopus, but I think I've moved him on because I never used him, so I don't have one. So I've stamped out the fish, these little dudes, and one of the mermaids. I'm not going to use all of those, but at the moment I don't know what I'm going to do or what I'm going to use. Okay, so I've stamped those out in VersaFine and I've clearly embossed it. So I think we're going to colour this with watercolour, because we're going to go for a water background-ish. And we'll see where this takes us, shall we? So this technique is one that's been around for a long time, but I've never used it. Never in my life used this. So what am I doing? I don't know, but what I'm going to do, I think, is first, I think we'll go landscape. So what I'm going to do, yeah, I store all those little things in the back there. What I'm going to do is from now on, I may just, this is too much, but I don't know. I don't care. I don't even know if this is going to be too dark or too light. I don't know if this is going to work at all. That looks light again. This, say your prayers, say a hallelujahs. No, I think that is too much in the middle of, I want some of this other colour to come through. You may hear my kids upstairs. It's about 8 o'clock at night. They're playing. We're going to put that down. What I've seen, where did I put it? Down. what I've seen is people putting this on there to soak up any other of the ink. Well, clearly that was a good idea. Give that a good rub. I've never done this before. Okay, let's see. That is very stark in there. That is very like... Oh, you can see some of the blue. You can see the blue going up into there and into there. That's cool. That's cool. It's not quite something I've ever done, and it's possibly a bit too dark. But what I might do is sponge a bit of the Stormy Sky over the back, which she hasn't done, but creative license, people, creative license. That's actually quite cool. I've never done this before. Okay, moving on, people. All right, let's make sure I've still got that in frame. So what I'm going to do is get my little blue blending brush. I'm not going to use that because, you know, don't care. Let's see. Because I don't know, to me the blue is just a little bit too... Hello. So we're going to go with the flow. We're going to go with the flow. I'm not worried too much about making it smooth. I've got a really light part in there, but that's cool because... And I might need to... I'm going to actually trim this down. I'm going to trim this down. I'm going to put more on this to make sure, because she had it on a black piece of cardstock, and this is... I can already see it's way too big. But that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. It's all good. So I'm going to trim that down and put some more colour of that on it. And then we're going to go to the voiceover and colour these babies in. We shall see, okay? Okay, so we trimmed this down to 14.1 by 9.7, which is my standard sort of thing that I do. As I put in the overhead, the poor lady's name is Kelly Parker, not Kerry, Kelly. So K Parker Designs on Instagram. She has some really cool little bits and pieces, so I'm looking forward to seeing what she does with one of my cards. So we're going to use some uniquely creative paints here, and we're going to do a bit of mixing and playing. Now, I tend to... I'll tell you a secret. I coloured the mermaid off camera, totally stuffed her skin on her face, nailed it on her body, but then that wasn't really much point in having a mermaid that was headless, because I ripped off her head because I didn't like her. So there's obviously a bit of practice happening to that. I am adding in the colour and then using the water to move it out, and while it's still wet, I'm trying to play with the other colours and dabbing in like the red, and there'll be a purple, I think, and just playing and seeing what to do. So try and dab it in, obviously not at the moment, but the second time around, dab it in and play with the colours and see what we end up with. So I've mixed up a bit of a purple with the red and the blue. Obviously, we're going to play with this colour. I really like this colour actually in the end. It's a real blue-green type of thing, and I really, really like it. We as I said, I clear emboss these with a little bit of, and there's a point to the story there, use a clean paper towel. Don't use one that already has red or something on the underneath, because you will deposit red on your cardstock. So use a clean paper towel, people. I've clear embossed these images. I like doing that because I'm not an artist when it comes to watercoloring. I'm trying, I'm practicing, I'm playing, but I like the little lip that it gives me when I clear emboss it. And I'm actually going to run these through my Brother Scan and Cut, and that really helps. Although that fish down the bottom, for some bizarre reason, he did lose his little fins on the top and the bottom, so we don't use him, but live and learn, doesn't matter. So my cute little seahorse, he's so cute. I do love them. I've never seen them in real life, although I know in Tasmania here that you can go, and they're all around the pier. I think is pier down in, I think it's a pier in Hobart. It's either the pier in Hobart or the pier in Devonport. Not Devonport. Yes, Devonport. But I think it's Hobart. So just totally ignore me. So this is where we're adding the purple in while the blue is still wet. So I was playing with how it sort of spread out, and I've watched a little bit of Kelly Letavola with doing that and just adding it bloom. So as I said, this is not a medium. I like it. It's not a medium that I've played with too much, but recently I have been doing a bit. I'm going to put his little cheeks in, but to make it really nice and soft, we're going to dab that away. A little turtle. No, the crab. I was going to go for the turtle. So I'm trying to get like a combination of the colours, a little bit of each colour in each animal. So you've got the purple in the two fish, you've got the purple that's been dropped into the belly of the seahorse, and I will do a bit of purple in my little turtle. He's so cute. I must say my favourite sign out of sign language is the turtle. For animals and for other bits and pieces, I've got a few other ones, but for animals is just the cutest little sign. And one day I'll video record that and show you, but it's so good. See, we've got our purple on our turtle's back there, so he's really cute. So what else can I tell you? So again, we use the Stormy Sky, the Mermaid Lagoon, and Chips Sapphire on the background, and I just sort of brush that over the top of the bubble wrap just lightly until I was happy. And then of course we use the cardstock in the top. So this paper rose set, I'm going to tell you again because it's not the world's best. I don't like that green. I decided it was not quite right, so we're going to remove that and play with something else. The paper rose set is Mermaid Magics, and it does have the dies, but I do tend to not use the dies in this sort of case because I don't like the white around the side. For me, and it's a personal thing, I have no problem with other people doing it and their cards look really, really lovely, but for me they stand out and they don't blend into the background as much as I personally would like. Okay, so that's my thought. That was my feeling on the whole thing. But each to their own, and it's not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying that at all. But I am saying that for me, I prefer have it all blended into the background and not have that white. You know what I mean? Sorry, my phone is going nuts because
today is actually my 20th wedding anniversary. So it's been put onto Facebook and now my phone is going crazy. So I've just silenced that. So 20 years. That's just bizarre, isn't it? So the black background is 14.4 by 10. And we're going to use the black distress marker. Now I've picked the black because we've got the black outline. On other things, like recently I've done a lion and I stamped it in rich cocoa, so I used brown. And we're going to play with our little characters and where they all go. So Kelly had one octopus on the left hand side and she had thank you, if I remember correctly. So we're going to use this penny black happy birthday die, and it's an older one. I'm not too sure. I'll check whether it's available still, but I just thought it was a cute little fun thing. Some foam dots for some of our little characters, for our little seahorse. So the little fish are going to be well, that one little fish behind it is going to be flat and the seahorse is going to be standing up in front of him a little bit. And on the top of my head I can't remember which is the other one that I end up raising up, but we're going to raise up one of the other bits and pieces, at least one of the other bits and pieces. Use some tweezers to place him down. It's really handy to not have your great big fingers in the way, especially with a little character that's so itty bitty and tiny. There you go. The other fish. Do I do it to the turtle? Can't remember. But there you go. Yes, I did. So I'll leave Kelly's Instagram down below. So pop over and give her some love and see what she's done to my card. And please, if you haven't already, like and subscribe this video and subscribe to my channel. Click the little bell and that will get you notified whenever I upload another video. And I hope you've enjoyed the card. I've really had a bit of fun with doing it, stepping out of my comfort zone. I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.